Hello and welcome back to chapter 5, lecture number 39. We continue with the concrete work overlay on this building and now focusing on the corners of this structure. So right now these corners are very sharp, and if we look at the reference you can see I created these sort of concrete borders, but it wasn't actually model, and now we're doing that with an overlay. So first we check the UVs, and I wanted to have right there, and I think I'm going to add 2 more edge lines and switch to the face mode. And now selecting these, go to the concrete, and we go to the side, well, a sort of a straight projection, so we have both sides projected, and project from view. And what we will do, and this looks a bit weird, but if we zoom in, I want to avoid this part of the texture and only take where this line is, that area. So we will start with SZ, SY, make it a bit bigger, and to make it more visible we turn on the screencast. And if we look, it's a very nice looking concrete. So no, well, it's no ceiling. It's yeah, it's a corner, corner concrete. Let's call it that. All right, we continue. 1 more edge line and face mode, and select these. You project from view and grab another area. And it will be great if you select where the transition is. So there's transition and here, and we ignore this part. And I think if we go, ooh, that's my mistake. I grabbed the UV map. That's bad. Okay, so we go to concrete, you project from view. Maybe you saw it happening and you didn't say anything to me. And check it out. That's a nice corner, and we go to the next one and add an extra edge line, face mode, and you can see I do a projection from this view on the concrete, not UV map. Won't make the same mistake again. As X, and make it a bit smaller. I want to have this transition as Y. Good. And the next one, and 2 edge lines. Go to the face mode and grab these. Try to go straight in front of it. You concrete. You. If you do a lot of texture work, this is starting to happen. Always keep sharp, and if it happens too many times, take a break. It's a sign. Okay, well, this should work. If you go to the UV map and the material, so we have nice looking border. Looks way better. And the next thing I will do is adding an extra border on this side. So we start with adding an edge line, and Control Tab, face mode. We click plaster, Z, and select these. So we have this line selected. We zoom out, we select the concrete, U, cylindrical projection, make this smaller, and stretch it and scale it a bit more, and take a look what we have. Yeah, S, Y, and I think when you go to the UV map, yeah, you can see this texture is repeating, so move this a bit to the other side. Repeating textures. All right. Yeah, looks good to me. So we have a border up there, and I want a border on top, and then we're set. So we do it again, Control R, and let's say 1 over there and 1 over there, and we can remove that one and This is the way we create space in our work. And we select these, concrete, U, cylinder projection. There it is. SX, stretch it, SY. This needs to be exactly covered. Go to the material view, quick preview, SY. Yeah, UV map. I think that doesn't feel right. Yeah, maybe smaller. No, bigger. It's hard to say what kind of specific look I'm looking for, but this is better, but it feels flat. And what we do is Control R, edge line, and scale it just a little bit. Same for this one, add an edge line, scale it. So it has a sort of a bumpy effect. Very easy to apply, but you need to do it. All right, quick check. And I think we did a great job. So we added the concrete corners right there and some extra sort of ceilings up there. So the next step will be adding the ornaments for some nice variation. Medieval buildings without ornaments will look a little bit boring. Good. So one thing we can do to finalize this lecture is adding a little bit of plaster. Now, only pick the rough plaster because I don't want the white. Note, click brown brick. And one quick trick you can do if you don't, because I want to have a color ramp and a noise texture, go to plaster, click, shift, left mouse, Control C, brown brick, Control V, and we have this. Saves a lot of time. Shift right mouse button and add a mix node. Good. And put the color ramp inside. Of course, we need to select the plaster because now it's blending the bricks and bricks. That one. And we wait. Good. So we now have this effect. And what I like to do is I also want to add a different color of brown brick. So I will duplicate the brown. And we've already done that with other textures, so it's nothing new. We put this into another mix layer, add color, brightness and contrast, and we duplicate these, Shift D, and into the factor. Now we need to take a look. Minus 0.05. Yeah, slightly different color. And it's on the same spot as the plaster. So we need to tweak the area and go to a value of 3. Yeah, and more spreading will do. Let's find out what works. Nice dark color. We will add this on this area as well. But I like to play a little bit with the looks and this works cool. So to make it final, we do the same for the top one. Shift D and put this color into the factor, color, brightness and contrast. So what we will do now is add a dark color on top to keep it simple. Move this a little bit, we need more space. Shift D, and we put this in the bottom, and we need the color ramp. And you can see this tree is exploding. Okay, we need minus 0.05. All right, and now we have a slider. And if we move this to the right, yeah, you can see some small spots. Let's zoom in. A bit to the left. So where you want. So this color is returning in this plaster. and yeah, adds more realism. So look at that, looks really, really nice. So yeah, we continue with modeling and texturing in the next lecture. So bye bye.